following program is brought to you in living color.
Now, in the Doomsday Machine, there was a whopping 5 minutes plus of original VFX shot of the USS Enterprise. Now, we're going to see every shot, but just to give you an idea of how this is going to play out, the AMT version, which was an 18-inch commercial model, is the most featured model in the episode with 144.2 seconds of footage. To that in a close second, the series production version of the 11-foot model was shown for 91.8 seconds. Up next is the second pilot version from Where No Man Has Gone Before with 39.4 seconds. And in one of the greatest kept secrets of the original series, the 4-inch metal model from the episode Catspaw was shown for 37.5 seconds. Now, chronologically, the first version that we see in the episode is the series production version of the 11-foot model. Can always be spotted because the nacelles are lit. Up next, the second pilot version from Where No Man Has Gone Before. Easiest way to spot these shots is the nacelles are not lit. Now we take a quick shot back of the series version of the 11-foot model before moving on to the first of many shots of an AMT model kit version 18 inches long shown to represent the USS Constellation. In this shot, we see both the AMT model version and the production version of the 11-foot Enterprise. Now, for the opening credits of this amazing Norman Spinrad story, we are given close-up shots of the USS Constellation in all 18 inches of her. Of interest to note is that Norman Spinrad wrote a second Star Trek episode that was scheduled to go into production, originally considered as a vehicle for, of all people, Milton Berle on Star Trek. Spinrad didn't like the way that Gene L. Coon was rewriting the episode. He asked Roddenberry to kill the episode. Believed to be lost for over 50 years, He Walks Among Us showed up in 2012 in a Norman Spinrad book. Here's another combo shot of the 11-foot studio production version as well as the 18-inch AMT. We're going to switch briefly over again to the AMT so that we can see the actual damage to the Constellation as we zoom in, and then we'll back out just a little bit further after this beauty shot to see the two of them together in frame one last time. Now back one more time to the series version of the 11-foot model. We see a series of shots that would later be used in the standard Enterprise library of recurring video shots throughout the series. I myself have always been partial to this particular shot of the Enterprise as she veers away from us and pulls off into the distance. Here we take a quick break back at the AMT version of the 18-inch model. Now here's the surprise appearance of the 4-inch metal model made for the episode Catspaw, before going back to the series version of the 11-foot model one more time. Also included in these shots is a composited version of the Enterprise with Doomsday Machine on the screen at the same time. And here we see the studio version of the 11-foot model futilely shooting at the Doomsday Machine. Now, courtesy of the Star Trek DVDs in 1999, these next few scenes of the 4-inch model were paused and played more times than the Janet Jackson-Justin Timberlake wardrobe malfunction. Once again, we transfer back to the AMT model, this time showing it from a slightly different side. Then we return one final time to see the 4-inch model from Cats. Now here's something neat. This is the AMT model firing phasers. The series version of the 11-foot model makes one more appearance guest starring on the screen with Doomsday Machine. Now it's been a while in the episode since we've seen the Where No Man Has Gone Before version of the model, so they bring it back for one shot here just before we transition. Now we see the AMT model from a different side than we last saw it, and if you look real closely, you'll see they didn't actually just flip the negative. They actually did film the other side of the model. Now, Desilu paid a lot of money to have the studio version of the Enterprise done, so they needed to make sure that they go back and show it to us at least a few more times. Now, finally, as we get ready to begin to wrap up the episode, we see the AMT version of the 18-inch model coming back around for yet another pass at the Doomsday Machine, and more damage along the way, where it then proceeds to feed itself to the planet killer. Earlier, Matt Decker had tried this in the episode, but he used a shuttlecraft, which turned out not to have enough bang for the buck. Now don't go away, because right after these viewer comment sections, we'll be back to finish the story.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the recent video you done on YouTube, USS Enterprise, the origin story of Star Trek's iconic model. It's very informative. There are things about the left side of the model that I never did know, and you have just really done a lot of good research, and you have the best channel there is on Star Trek. Thank you.
Then hands off to the very last time we'll see the second pilot version of the 11-foot model in this episode. We see the Enterprise go sailing off into the sunset.
Now let's get up with the fun stuff, like this right over here.